I'm going to show you today how to cut your fabric into strips to make your chenille scarf. I have a yard of fabric here, and the first thing I'm going to do is open it up from the selvage line, spread it out here, and we're going to fold it over in a triangle like so. Make sure you get it all straightened out. And you're going to be doing this probably not even on a cutting table this large. It's a little difficult. You'll just have to slide your fabric around as you cut. And if your lines aren't straight, don't worry, because you'll be trimming off the little extras, because chenille really does not demand perfection. Now, you've got your fold over. The first thing you're going to do is decide how wide do you want your scarf to be. The scarf that I'm working on now is going to be 6 inches wide. So your first cut on the fold is going to be half of whatever you want the total to be. So the first cut I'm going to make is going to be a 3-inch cut. So we're just going to line up our nice ruler right here on 3 inches. Once we've got that set, we're just going to cut. And I start at the top and work my way down. Just going to move this down here. Get lined up. Now sometimes you'll find when you're cutting, like I just did then, you'll have your cuts won't meet. You might have some little extras, little dog ears or whatever lying out there. Don't worry about that. It's not going to matter in the end. Just make sure we've got that cut. Now I'm going to have to move it up to finish the cut. Just slide it up. I'll just make sure I'm on my fold back here. Okay. There's our last 3-inch cut.
Machine repair, go right.
Hello.
Door and up to the counter.
Go this way, Donna.
All right. Once you're cut, you can see how elegantly I do this. Here's your strip. You can see that when you unfold it, it's going to be 6 inches long. This is going to be one of the longest strips that you'll have to make your scarf. I'm just going to refold that. Set it aside. Now, this is the part to pay attention. We're going to leave our fabric folded, straighten it out again. But your next cut will not be 3 inches. Your next cut will be 6 inches. And it's easy to forget. You start off cutting 3 inches. It's easy to go, oh, the next one, 3 inches. I've done it. So just focus at this point, because then you'll wind up with some little bitty 3-inch strips that you really don't need. So now this is going to be 6 inches. We're going to line it up and cut. Let me pull this. It's gotten a little uneven. All right. Do the same thing as last time, just sliding my ruler down, lining it up on the left with the 6 inches. That's a good cut. And you're just going to continue on in this fashion until all your fabric is cut. You will have several, your strips will vary in length. Some will be shorter. That's all right. You're going to kind of piece things together. And I like to make sure that when I'm taking my strips and folding them, that I keep the right side out so that I know where the right side of the fabric is when I start to put my scarf together. Yeah, got a few little snags there. All right. More 6-inch strips. And of course, if you want your scarf to be 8 inches wide, you'll start off on the fold with 4 inches and then you'll cut 8-inch strips. And hopefully your rotary cutter doesn't have a little ding in it like this one does. It'll cut straight. And again, if you get those little dog ears, don't worry about it. Those will all get trimmed off in the end. All right. So you're going to do the same again. Now when it gets to this big, the little final triangle, I don't always cut it up because you don't always end up needing that piece. Because it's on the bias, just can't be helped. You will end up with pieces that you don't use. You can just save those for some other project, or when you get enough bias pieces, you could piece them all together and make a scarf out of those as well. And this is going to be my last cut.
It just kept. Yeah, I know.
All right, there we go. I've got all my fabric cut for the first layer. You're going to do the same with all 2 yards of fabric that you got, and you will be ready when you get to class to start turning it into a gorgeous chenille scarf. See you on class day. Thanks a lot.